Hey YouTube, what's up? I hope you guys are all doing well and having a wonderful day. As you guys can tell by the title, I'm gonna be telling you guys my experience that I had with deciding to smoke some weed for the first time in a long time. Now mind you guys, I only hit it one time. I wasn't sitting there just chiefing away. It was only one time, one hit. That experience, I didn't like, how can I say this? I didn't want to be high anymore. And I was high for a long time, it felt like. I only hit it one time and I was high for a very long time. And I was trying to come back down from a high. Now, I did everything that I normally do in my day. I meditated. Now, meditating high and meditating sober is two different things. Now, when I meditated, this is normal because I experienced it before when I was sober, but I felt like this energy, this vibration all up my arms and then my legs and then like my face. I felt it vibrating, like I felt this energy, like it was vibrating, like from the inside out. My body was vibrating, but I was able to relax a lot quicker when I was high. But I like meditating sober. It's better. It's way better for me, at least. Now, when I smoked, my ataxia went up tremendously. When I say tremendously, I mean tremendously, bro. My tremors in my hand, like I tell you guys, it's just my right hand that tremors. My left hand, not so much. But yesterday when the weed was in my system, my hands was like this. Like seriously. And then my head, like it would just uncontrollably, like I had to take, like I need to sit down and give my neck a break because it was just going too wild for me. And my legs were shaking, bro. My legs. Now my legs, they shake, but not as much as they were yesterday. Like when I was in the kitchen, cutting up my toppings for my salad, like I always do when I'm sober, anytime. Like I'm in the kitchen preparing my stuff. I told you guys that I never used to cut. And I think this is the reason, because I'm able to connect the dots. Everything that I was talking about in my last video, as far as my whole body shaking and everything in my hand, I experienced it yesterday. So as I was cutting, my hands were just shaking uncontrollably. I was able to cut and I did everything. Got done with that. I was so thankful and grateful that I did not cut myself and I did my job and I was done with that. But when I was breaking apart the lettuce and stuff, my hands out of nowhere would have like these spasms. So like the lettuce would go flying everywhere. And it just like, that does not happen all the time when I'm sober, you know? Another experience. I seen the mail truck outside. She was putting mail in the mailbox. I seen her. So I'm in the kitchen, I'm washing my dishes, you know, I'm in my own zone, I'm talking to myself, I'm, tremors and everything at its finest is going on then and there. So my anxiety, it did go up once I hit the weed. It did go up. So I heard this knock on the door. When I tell you guys that I jumped so hard as if something else was happening, or I experienced something other than a knock at the front door, like it was just a knock, and I jumped. I jumped so hard. It's like, why? I was like, why did you just jump so hard? Because of the knock on the door. And I know why. It's because the weed in my system. I would never do that if I was sober. Like I said, I'm able to connect the dots. Everything I was talking about in my last video, as far as my anxiety and my balance and everything, is because I was smoking weed the way I was. And I'm going to get to that in a second. So when I opened up the door to talk to Mel Lady, mind you guys, I've seen this Mel Lady before. I've talked to her. I received a package from her before, and I had to sign something like I always have to do when I pick up a package from the door that has to be signed. So when I tell you guys my whole body was shaking, like my whole body, like everything, you guys. My neck, my head was uncontrollably. My hands, both hands, uncontrollably. My voice was so shaky. Like even when I had to say hi to her, or whatever, my voice was so shaky, bro. So I signed whatever I had to sign. And once that was over, I closed the door. I was so happy and relieved that that was over. Like it was the hardest and most challenging thing I had to do all day. But it really was nothing. It was just opening the door and getting a package. But to me, it seemed like it was the most challenging experience and the most scary experience. I don't know. That's because the weed was in my system, bro. I'm telling you guys. What else? Oh yeah, I told my mom I need to go to the bank. It was yesterday. I told her I wanted to go to the bank, and I was sober. But after I hit the weed and time went on, and my anxiety was kind of up